Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday, it's the brush hour. It's that time again. I know it's been a little sporadic as I've been traveling and such, but we are here now. It's Wednesday and we're going to paint some art and hopefully the last stream for this piece here that we've been working on a couple times now. So we're going to have the Sacred Raven. Again, welcome. My name is David Lozeau. I'm a Southern California-based artist. And we're going to get after it. Feel free to fire any questions you have. We'll probably paint for about an hour. And we'll get after it. So, sketch you up my process here. The background is acrylic, all this part here. All the colors that you see are done with gouache, kind of like an opaque watercolor. And the what I'm doing now tonight is the enamel. And this is the line work stage where everything comes together, all the detail gets carved out. It's really my favorite part of the process. So that's what we're doing tonight. So again, feel free to fire any questions you want, and we'll get after it. Thanks for joining me.
Natalie, we're on YouTube. So.
Hey, Natalie, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching on the YouTubes.
Face Bonker Melissa Comstock says hello.
Face Bonker. Comstock, thank you for keeping your attendance almost perfect and showing up. No anniversaries or other excuses she keeps using. I know.
How many kids do you have? How many family members do you have? It's not. You're going to be shocked to know that Twitch is basically silent.
What? Twitch is?
Yeah. I'm offended.
Mm-hmm. People want to watch you play video games. They don't want to watch people do art.
No.
It is not the platform for art.
No. You stupid.
Like, I don't want you to play Mario Kart. All right. Can't compete with that.
Janet says, hey there, Vista checking in.
Vista's in the house.
In the house. Melissa says, get this painting done so I can buy it. The lazy bum.
Ah.
You lazy bum.
We're on it. We're on it.
It hurts when the name calling starts. So you can call names all you want. I start.
Oh yeah, don't get us banned.
I get mild advice or encouragement. I like to call it. That's fine.
She's the only one in the house to be banned from TikTok.
Probably in the world, to be honest. But Amelia on TikTok sending me some heart.
Hey Amelia, thanks for hanging out on the stream. Appreciate it. Welcome. I remember TikTok showed on the I never realized it showed the trifecta like that on the desktop version. All right, hopefully I didn't click anything weird, and
it's not on the phone.
All right, then we all good.
Maybe they just expand it for desktop so it takes all the space. Don't care.
No, don't care. So we're gonna get a bunch of feathers done here on the side wing. And we're gonna move our way to get some of these flowers done too.
Oh no, Morsel over on Twitch. Scott from Canberra said, "I can't believe how close I was to having to heal."
Oh, Scott, you were so close, dude. You was so.
I'm so sad.
By the time he messaged me, we were in the jammies and it was going down. And leaving the next morning to fly out, like it worked terribly.
Oh.
We will
be all the way in Australia.
Yeah, hey, he wasn't paying attention to the stream. He didn't realize we're in. I didn't. Yeah, I played mix. I didn't say I was in camera. That's definitely fun.
CC over on YouTube says hi, and is that ink?
Hey, CC, thanks for joining us on YouTube. So this is not ink. This is enamel. It's like a sign painter's paint. It's also the kind of paint when you see, like, cars that have that stripe the whole length. When it's painted, it's the same kind of paint as that. Like choppers and custom motorcycles, and they have all that kind of twisty line work on it. It's the same kind of paint. So it's basically completely opaque. It is very much like ink. I think that's why I enjoy it so much. It's one stroke, it's completely opaque, and I kind of stamp around and not have to go back over my lines at all. So it very much has the same characteristics. That's why I also love to do inking, because it is almost the same way that paint. That gives you and I'm painting on board. It's a coated masonite from a company called Ampersand. And I paint on the board so it's completely flat and nice and smooth, and I can pull nice lines. I don't like canvas just because of the texture and the little pits, and I have a big, fat, heavy hand, and I don't like the way that I put dimples in the canvas and it moves around. I don't like any of that. So I've always painted on this kind of coated masonite. So close.
I loved your work for years.
So close, Scott. Scott, when we do meet up, Scott, we're gonna make it so worth it. It's gonna be awesome.
No, you're not.
It's gonna be awesome.
Ow.
I still feel like it's not my last trip to Australia.
Maybe not. There's always something good going on. I thought we went once and it was like, that's the only time I've gone to Australia.
Yeah.
Many major cities this week.
Yeah, and the
fact that you went again.
three trips, 16-hour plane flights.
Saying I like
Yeah, see, I totally agree. It's just so much easier for me. I don't like, again, canvas. I don't want something that runs away from me. I want to be able to pin it down and make my marks and kind of have it react like it. Hey, Nicole, great question. The short answer is no. Like this will be tacky. It'll always be tacky, but it'll be wet for, oh man, probably like I could smear it with my finger for 4 hours. But after 24 to 48 hours, it's completely dry, and I can then clear coat it, and it's ready to go. But I can't like remove it. If I make a mistake, it doesn't just come off. There's no like rub some paint thinner on it, take it off. It just becomes a mess. I have to kind of work with any mistakes I make. I got to figure them out.
When people use it to construct their
No, that's what's so great about it. I could paint on top of a motorcycle helmet, and it's because it's UV and it's actually has a urethane in it. Like it dries rock hard and UV safe, and you can wax it over, like a car, which is why they use it.
Why are you using it?
I'm clear coating because my levels underneath are gouache and acrylic, and those need to be protected. Gouache especially, because gouache never actually solidifies. I can add water now and I can rework it. So it stays workable until I add that clear coat over the top. The clear coat then gives everything the same shine as the enamel, and also make sure everything is safe.
So Pear Blossom, the enamel over the acrylic.
Yes. So on this painting in particular, normally I would do this in gouache also, this blue part of the halo, but because I want it to be locked down, I do that in acrylic. So that is acrylic, and this dark color is acrylic. That's the first layer. It's a water-based paint. You can always do oil on top of water. You can't put water on top of oil. So I had the first layer of acrylic, and then I did all this color here, the flowers and the bird. That's all done in gouache, and that's right on top of that. And that's also water-based. So I can go right on top of another water-based, no problem at all. And then what I'm doing now is oil-based. So it's the last stage, and it's what locks over everything. And then I could do more oil on top of it, but I could not do water on top of it.
So the first layer of acrylic, are they blendable?
Blendable, meaning on top of them?
No, colors working together. Color into a color.
Yeah. You can work acrylic into acrylic, no problem at all.
And then
you could kind of blend acrylic into gouache blends into itself wonderfully. You could blend into acrylic if you wanted to, but you wouldn't. Why confuse and complicate and get a muddy two mediums when they're both kind of unique in themselves?
And then it's totally opaque.
Totally opaque. It is you couldn't blend anything with it if you wanted to, except for other enamel. You probably can't tell in the video, but this color is actually a dark blue, and that's all custom made by using black and lighter blue and getting it.
Where do you buy it? Where do you buy the enamel?
So enamel's available. I think even Amazon has it. Blick has it. It's a little unique. For most really good art stores, Michaels does not carry it because it's called you need a special permit to transport it, meaning just like a UPS. So Michaels tends to avoid like the really serious artsy. If you want real good supplies, you don't go to Michaels to get them. And Michaels does not have it. Yeah. Michaels
isn't even the typical artists piece.
No, really, exactly. This is like, I say sign painters paint it. When you see in the olden days, I mean, pre-2020, pre-1990s, it used to be what you painted windows with. The paint was outside. You saw like a barber shop, and it had like gold filigree and brushwork. That was all done in an enamel. Great questions. Sarah McRoberts, hello from Nebraska, checking in. Ugh, Nebraska. How's the whole tribe? Yes, yes. Jerry's is pretty good. Jerry's is definitely better than Michael's, and it's much more like a Blick than a Michael's.
And they'd also have the board.
Yes, they have the boards too. Ampersand, it's a variety of boards. This personal one that I love is called Aqua Board. They make a pre-gessoed board. They make a hard board. They make a clay board that's super smooth, and it's really personal preference what you like. I prefer the Aqua Board. It has a tiny bit of tooth to it, meaning it has a little bit of texture, and it also just takes the paint so well. The clay board is a little too smooth for my liking. The brush can kind of slide when you use different acrylics. I just prefer
I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts in the house. I grew up in New Hampshire. I'm in San Diego now. I was 603. Long time ago.
I think you can't handle the cold anymore.
Oh yeah, I know more 603 for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sarah says, everyone is good. Did you know that the tourism slogan is Nebraska? It's not for everyone.
Shut your mouth that it says that.
Just hopped on. Great.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for checking out. So this is actually very creative called The Sacred Raven. And because I have and I have a whole sacred series I'm going to be doing here. You'll probably see Sacred Deer is going to be done at my live demo in Vegas in May. But I have a whole series of these, very much the same kind of layout, all these different spiritual animals. It's kind of a fun series. I've never usually do series before, especially not more than 2 or 3. I'm really excited to do something I can keep working on. This is the Sacred Raven. There's already a Sacred Owl. I'm actually wearing the shirt right here. That's the Sacred Owl for TikTok can't see it. Sorry, TikTok. But yeah, more of these sacred line of animals. I'm very excited for the Sacred Deer because I haven't painted anything with.
Scott says that the brother-in-law is getting married on the Dead 2026, and
boom. Well, funny you should mention this. This is a terrible, shameful pop self-promotion coming up.
It just came out yesterday.
It just came out yesterday. Yeah, so if you go to my any of my social medias, I just released yesterday, I released a new 6 sculptures, and they make a great cake topper. They're about probably 6 or 7 inches. They're all love themed. Make sure you give those a look also. They're not on my site. You go to my social media and there's a link for them. They're on Amazon though. These are those figurines. They pop right up.
They're resin.
Yeah, they're resin.
Very cute.
Exactly, and that was everyone's been saying that, and I didn't even think about that when we were doing them, but it's exactly what they'd be perfect for.
I've been hoping that a company picks this up for years. Sometimes we have talked to companies that do metal. We're just trying to figure out like vinyl tools. How can we get these
affordable too?
Affordable in sculpture. I believe it's one-off custom sculptures that thousands of pounds. What can we do for people that's akin to a print? Something very affordable, easy to have, put on your desktop, put in your room, your nightstand, on a cake top.
Yeah, we're super excited. Finally got to it. Yeah, it's been a long time. The fact that there's 6 of them, None of them are over $45. 6 inches, like I said, highly detailed. It's my paintings too. In my social media posts on the Facebooks and such, I link to the original art. I mean, they match the original art so well. It's just really cool to see.
This thing having the show. Why don't you post the video tomorrow?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do a full video tomorrow, posting them. You see the photos though in my on my Instagram or my Facebook. I posted a photo of all of them, and you kind of see them there. But yeah, I'll do a video with holding them so you can kind of get closer detail so you can kind of see them.
And since you're in Australia and you're, if he makes the video to post tomorrow, you'll see it 4 months from now.
Yes, something like that.
I don't recall how far in the future you guys are.
I'm in your neighborhood right now making the video, and then I'm gonna leave before you wake up. That's how that works.
Jose Hurtado.
Hey, Jose, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. We finally got TikTok all hammered out, so we're part of the school. Exactly.
But this is brand new.
I try to give you the benefit of the doubt.
These literally came out like yesterday.
Yeah.
But they're all done. I don't know how.
I've already had 2 Australia people reach out today to try and do that, and I don't know how that works. So I don't know if we can. We don't carry them at all, or else I would just take care of this ourselves. We don't take care of it. It's all through them. So I can't help in that way, but just see if you have anything for that on there.
Yeah. He's saying I've been waiting to paint my name in cats, and that would be great for the hair. It's
a mixed blessing. So it smells terrible. You gotta have these special reducers to make it flow. You gotta add some double drops to make it flow the way you like. It smells terrible. It's very strong. I love it personally for me because it's just how my brain sees things, but it's a very difficult paint to work with. Buy a can of just a black or to test it out, but you're going to need liner brushes. You're going to need, again, brush cleaner, brush reducer, a paint reducer. Exactly. Unfortunately, it's not that easy it's not easy paint. It's very unique in what it does, which is why I love it, but it's also just a pain in the butt.
You sort of has the feel or the representation of illustration.
There's no other way. Yes. Look at my paint right now. There's no other way I could do this, like beep, 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 bounce around and do all those different thicknesses of line and have the color be completely opaque. There's no paint that does that, except for this enamel, which is why it's so attractive to an illustrator. It's because I don't have to go back. My lines can stay so thin because I don't have to go rework them.
So would you say when you compare this to
night and day? Oils need to be worked. You work oil in, you do soft gradients. This is on or off. There's no gradients. It's black and white. There's a brush stroke and it's down. There's no fading a brush stroke into it. More like, again, ink is the best way to describe it, like they said. It's the closest thing. Now, I'm more like a comic book inker than I am an oil painter. I'm closer to that.
You picked a really difficult medium for a movie.
Well, no. The reason is exactly.
For every reason.
Yes, it's the perfect medium for me. I don't know if it's perfect for everybody else, but it shouldn't be ignored. You should definitely try it. But just telling you all be prepared.
They end up looking very similar.
Very similar.
Because of the way you use it.
Yep.
And it would be a lot easier to do it.
It wouldn't though, because even ink has that capacity issues, and you can't do ink on top of color like this. It just doesn't have the same deep rich color that it has.
Like you could do ink on top of watercolor.
Watercolors.
On top of water.
Even acrylic. You can do acrylic, but it just doesn't have the same. You can't. This flows better than oil does. Sorry, better than ink. Imagine painting with water. Painting with almond milk. It's a little thick, but it's still very watery. So your brush runs out very quickly. I can't do some of the stuff that I can do with this.
I've never. No.
Well, you're doing it wrong.
I also have never painted, so I have a few things.
A few excuses is all I hear.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of excuses.
Melissa said she ordered her book. Which did you order?
Yes. Which one did I meant to ask her in her book? What did she get?
We were unboxing them because we knew they were in production. They showed us, pictures and they showed us the 360. And again, the technology's come so far and they're so much better than all the other times we were sort of
Or a fraction of the cost.
or a fraction of the cost. It was always going to be like, can you get the spokes to $100? Can you, it was just like, God, the metal or whatever. But the cost was always way above what we wanted. And working on the 3D renderings, it was tons of effort. This company is really, really easy. They licensed the art. So they continuously try to imagine what the 3D representation of the 2D art is. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to try to come up with the backside of 3D and things that we had having to do before trying to work with sculpting and just kind of failing and installing it. It's just too much work. These guys really think that technology's improved. This is what. And when they sent us a box of all 6 sculpts, we're just like every time pleasantly surprised, every time laughing, every time saying, "Oh, I can't believe they got that funny little detail in the painting in there." Like they didn't have.
They got so many little details too, like in there.
It's just really cute. Like they're in the color coded copy. It's like we were looking at one of them as a little man sitting on a big chair, a big kind of arch chair. Has this lady. He's got a gun and they got a bucket. Really cute piece. I know the artwork well, but it's not like my favorite painting ever. It's just kind of cute. But this
Side note: this is new to me. She didn't tell me how much she hated the piece until.
Okay. It's not in the top. It's not the top. And we opened up the book, and I love it. Has like the little cactus sitting next to the chair.
It is super cute.
The chair, like they didn't have to do the backside. Who is kind of cut it right. It's basically a flat back rendering on cutting the back off, and that's what a lot of companies were doing when we were working with them. That's what we assumed would happen. And so they were fully 3D, and they had all these little features and little cactus and a little bottle, and it was we were just laughing. For the price too, that they're all like $26 and $7, $30. I love.
Yeah, this is really, again, it's a dream we've had for a long time, and finally to have them made is just excellent.
Oh, that's so funny. We've got saying contact for tequila bottle. And we bribed a friend. I brought it with us as a carry-on to Australia. They're available there.
Yeah.
I remember when those bottles came out.
Well,
so hard. It was obviously it was going to launch for Day of the Dead a few years ago, and we were like, who knows? Like there was no communication because basically the guy that championed the project was really
my main contact.
His main contact loves the art from LA, and loved it and championed it through production. And then, like right before the release for Day of the Dead, about 5 years ago, he moved it to a higher position. So there was no information about it. And we're like, gosh, I wonder if it actually even got to, or if it got to England, if it got to Europe, got to Australia. Like we don't know. We never got the international side of it. Oh, I love it. It doesn't even tag us. Sure. A full window display in London.
In Piccadilly Circle, like right in the Piccadilly Circle. It was
like 40, 20, 30 feet high or something. Huge window display.
Yep.
Maybe 20 feet wide of bottles of this printed material. You would think Dave was like the most famous tequila bottle artist ever. Like you couldn't believe how cool it was. Like as anybody's. Oh my God! It was just like it
was so hard to get information and the contact once he left that it was difficult for me to get samples of my own for me because basically he left and he went on to a different brand and so I didn't have any other contacts and just, they were really cagey getting them pinned down and I had to just drive up to to LA to get one case for me of the
Yeah,
bottles.
we finally was like, oh yeah, we could send you some cases or something, and because it
Alcohol rules, they couldn't send them.
was like 3
Two designs.
guys, and we up here in huge one design and only like 2 bottles of the other design. And I said, whoa, what happened here? Like, it was so hard to track it down, and then people were going to
Total Wine and finding them here and there, yeah.
and going for major brand, and they would be there, and then you go to the same brand down the street, and they're not. And so it was so impossible to sort of track down. Somehow they did make it to London, you know, but obviously in Australia, you're probably the only one in Australia that got them, which is so cool. Can't believe it's not signed.
Yeah.
Dave left it.
Only went to Australia and could sign, or and stayed in your town and could have signed it.
If only Dave traveled to Australia. Yeah, I think it was, honestly, it probably was right around COVID. Because it was just so, I just remember the timing was weird, and there were all these.
It was pre-COVID.
Probably was,
No, a little bit more before. It was, unfortunately, there was no it was literally the change of management and basically him leaving. It was gone. Like
Yeah.
I got no information about the whole project.
It was gone. It was literally gone.
And then afterwards, they basically, because I've been working with them for 3 years. I'd done internal paintings for their organization. I actually went out and talked to the dead, to their whole employees, and then this happened, and then gone. They switched the whole brand. A new person comes over, which this happens all the time. This is how it works. Someone came in, wanted to put their own stamp on it. They didn't want any kind of hand. They didn't want any of the Mexican history, is the word that they used.
And then like right away.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the weird thing is right after that, must have been like 20. And he moved on, and he got promoted.
He was great. He went to be head of Jack Daniels. So he's
Jack Daniels.
a great guy.
But even though he came in after that, they were not. They decided to not any of the Mexican representation of the tequila brand. Tequila, which is only made in a certain place in Mexico.
Yeah.
And they totally whitewashed the brand, and then all of the it was at the time, like all beer companies, alcohol companies, and a lot of food companies went like sterilized, like library book.
Yeah, they went to like just fonts and super blown out photos, meaning like super bright photography. It looks like it's like a spa ad.
Yeah, it's gonna be very sterile. Like it's a nice artisanal person.
Yes.
Like it was such a weird move after trying to do with a brand.
And mind you, these skulls were in the market before any of the other tequila brands or other vodka brands. Anyone was doing skulls. You were ahead of that whole curve, trying to get committing to this. We can be you guys can be first here. No one's doing this yet. Modelo hadn't even done their ad yet. Like no one had done anything. This is like pre-Coco. We're trying to push this through, and they were, and I got them all.
Pre-Coco.
Yep.
And then it's like they like and then the world got introduced Day of the Dead through Book of Life.
And now you can't walk down the tequila aisle without seeing 20 brands.
Yeah, it was such a weird. You're just like, oh, so those bottles are cool. I'm glad they exist. I'm glad you got one. It's such a weird.
It's still a very happy memory, frustrating, but a happy memory to see that picture. I remember the day we saw the Piccadilly, saw that huge banner there. That was kind of one of those art moments. You're like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Like that was a big window display that somebody had to put together. It was super, super. You know, that's licensing. You can get in these relationships and have the representation. Honestly, often moves on.
Yes, 90% of the time our relationships end because someone moves on and a new person wants to leave their mark on the company.
They want to do a change. And
Fender, all these things we've done. That's how all these things have ended.
you're like, so yeah, that was a cool thing. I love that it was on a tequila bottle. Maybe another one in the future. I mean, some companies.
Hey, any brands out there? Exactly. Let me know because we have no allegiances to them anymore.
Beer companies, coffee companies, a lot of companies have come on.
Yes, we have a coffee collaboration which I'll share soon. I'm doing 7 labels for them. You'll see that coming out soon. Super fun. Maybe basically give me carte blanche to make some cool stuff. So.
Yeah. You just never know. You never know.
Mine, thank you so much, Mines. First, thank you for joining the stream. Second, thank you for snatching those up. And now tell us which 3 did you get? Inspiring Minds, we're curious what people are going for.
She didn't say which one she.
Melissa.
Hector says badass.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Hector, for joining us.
That's so cool. And Dijon like D-I-J-O-N.
Oh, not Dijon like mustard?
Anyway, have a nice collection of your food throughout the years. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Dijon. Hilarious. Yeah, we're not sure about the coffee, Scott. We haven't had it yet, but the brand is going to be like.
They are an online company. I don't know where they ship to, but yeah, that's coming out. I got to finish them up, to be honest. They're sitting on my desk, but we're getting them done. Yeah, a few months.
Hopefully, I'll get. I don't drink alcohol either. That kind of stuff's lost on me. Although we have a but coffee sounds fun to me. I like the art. Or
snowboards. Yes, very excited to announce. Yep, we're very excited. We've had we've worked with a group called The House, who owns a couple of snowboard brands. We've done. How many boards are behind you, Z? On the wall? Two are on the corner. So we've done 10 boards with them over the years. They went away. They're back, and we're super excited they're back. So we're releasing 2 decks probably in August, I think, before. So very excited to launch those. The artwork for those decks is Treacherous Waters. And I don't remember. Oh, and then my new pirate painting, Bottom of the Barrel. So they're both kind of a nautical theme. Yeah. Oh, it looks great on there. Yeah. So we're excited to share those. We got some other stuff coming out with major tattoo brand, which hopefully we'll be able to talk about that a little more when that comes out. We're also got a major music venue has also started very early preliminary talks. I hope to come again when the lights explode this in a few weeks, but working on them. That'd be big too. So, always stuff going on. Dijon. Excellent. Appreciate that. I love the Western stuff too. That's one of those categories I'm always adding to. Literally, I have the next one's already done. Like we have a really great bar scene haven't done before, and then we have another couple piece in the works. Because when I did the most recent I've Got Your Back piece, I actually did 2 sketches, so I have another piece ready to go for that. So we'll keep adding to it just to give you to complicate your decision making. Freaking amazing! Back again. Thank you for joining us. I think it's an OG follower. Yeah, long timers.
How much longer do you think you have on this piece? You have a lot of wings on both sides.
Oh man, I've been painting for 40 minutes and gotten nowhere. Wow. So realistically, probably hour. Probably 4 hours left. Mm-hmm. This and the motorcycle piece are just grinding me. But the motorcycle one's very close. I think I could hammer that out in an hour. I'll probably get that one done so we can get a relief, and then I'll get this one sorted out. I know. It's great. Deer might beat it to, beat it to release.
Hmm. Information says I see of my dog and me wearing deer shorts, and my dog is holding my leg bone. Yes,
Yes.
100%. 100%. I think that, see, that kind of stuff to me is hilarious.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
That was fun. We had the books. Mm-hmm. It's crazy doing this art for so long.
Stacy King says hi from Tucson.
Stacy from Tucson. Thanks for joining us.
It said it's Johnny Myers X.
That's who it is. Yes, exactly. That's how long.
I love that's how we have to refer to it.
But I knew that, though. I knew that.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, God. Honestly, it's amazing how long we've known each other.
Well, and again, we don't want to talk about Scotty Myers because he's an ex. But the funny thing about Scott is he was the first dude who bought originals from me.
Yeah.
He bought the first originals at a street fair in Encinitas in like 2008, 9, 7.
Yeah, early.
I mean, we're talking almost 20 years ago. He bought a bunch of small originals, and we're like, oh, maybe we can sell art. Like it was literally the first time.
So I had to leave because we're talking. So I mean, this is probably like when we were doing events. I left, went to go pick up the dog, and he calls me and he's like, "What? He's just so excited. I was like, no way, that's so cool. How cool. So nice. It's so funny how far back that extends. She just said you guys sent a huge collection for the wood gallery. Remember?
Yes.
Wood gallery. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh my God! Right? She said I love the violin.
Yes, the violin was the one he bought.
I love that.
Man,
I love that this stuff still exists.
I love it. She's still following. Like it's 20
right?
years.
And like it transcends the relationships. And I love that. Oh my God. It's so.
That's as hard as taking us.
Is the wood gallery still open?
No, I know he has a shop that he's doing. I don't know if it's the same thing. I'm sure she might know. All right, and you do not answer that question if you don't want to. Yeah, we're not trying to therapy anybody here.
Stacey King said she had to switch platforms to Facebook.
That's Facebook.
You know, it's frustrating because we can't control what happens. Like it goes to Facebook and Instagram and all that, Twitch. TikTok is separate. We actually keep that up.
TikTok's the only one we have any kind of marginal control over.
Sort of, but then also it's a little bit more blown out. We don't have kind of color control over the lighting as much.
Yeah, not good cameras like we have.
You know, so that it's always kind of a thing. But yeah, Facebook and all the compression that the sites do.
But that's why we do so many channels, so you can find one that's good for you. We do, so just so you guys all know, we do YouTube. You can go to my channel there and always watch it. We do Facebook, both my Facebooks. We do Instagram. We do TikTok. Twitch. Yeah, we kind of put it everywhere so you guys can have a chance and find a platform that works best. Because, and often we'll lose a platform midstream. You know, we just try and have options.
Freaking Amazing says, I speak of you guys all.
All right, good.
We joke all the time, like the amount of time that we are out there in the world, like 20 years now. We've seen couples meet, get married, have kids. Their kids have kids. Like we've seen people become grandparents.
Yes, literally this past Old Town Festival, someone came by and said, "Oh, I came by with my girlfriend. We're dating. We're married now. Here's our grandkid." I mean, that's how long we've been doing this for. And again, we've had collectors pass away. Like we've seen the whole gamut. It's really to be part of some people's lives for so long. It's a gift. It's amazing. It can be sad sometimes. It can be amazing. It's all the emotions. It's having a big don't want to be too kumbaya, but it's having a big extended family is hard.
I think it's big educational complex. And then applies to Australia. But yeah, this is a way for people to just keep in and just reconnect. Because
I do. And the live stream is really giving us that. We've had people come by and talk, on the stream that I haven't talked to in forever or seen, and it's fun to share stories again and to remember that just again, the first art sale. That was the first art sale that started this whole thing.
Nicole says you've gotten so far. Oh, don't feel his ego. I'm over here telling him how. I'm like, what are you doing over here?
Heather just goes on and on.
Your Instagram, you can see them. You won't be able to see them on TikTok.
Sorry, TikTok.
That's it's not a great picture. Funny. Oh, look at that.
He's like, I refuse to cooperate.
No, he says, I don't like what you're doing. I don't think you're grabbing me.
I don't do this.
And then there's the Jimmy, the Chihuahua mix, the murderess.
Yeah.
There's another murder recently. Another murder. Great. Not what she for. She caught a squirrel off guard. What's that?
Which for her nature-loving vegan parents is very difficult to deal with when the squirrel dies in my arms every freaking time. Yeah.
We try not to let her. She's very small. They come up into this kind of safe backyard area. Totally safe from plant life. We kind of, made it a dog safe environment. But if the squirrels make their way all the way up.
But that said, we did have a triumph. We saved a bunny the other day.
We did, yeah, every once in a while.
She was in hot pursuit of him.
Yep.
He ran right through my legs. I then,
I screamed.
Erica screamed, and I linemaned the crap out of Chimmy and just took a hit right to the chest. She did not slow down. She just plowed into me. I then picked her up and threw her at the other dog who was running behind her to try and get the squirrel. So you do what you got to do. Got to save the bunny. And the bunny lived.
We're like, on the other, and then on bunny stop.
Yeah.
She was the first kill with
They'll stare at the wall though for as long as the lizard's there. Like they'll sit there for half an hour just staring at the wall.
I got some little rubber, little cast lizards toys, little tiny. They look like real lizards, and every once in a while I'll put some tape on them and just stick one to the wall outside, the plaster outside, just if we're sitting on the side yard, kind of relaxing in the shade, so they can just sit there and look at it. They think.
You just stare at it. Does seem marginally like you're messing with them.
They don't know that it's not a lizard, and it keeps them very, very interested. Ridgeway Art over on TikTok is awesome.
Hey Ridgeway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by the stream.
Your custom work is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my most fun thing. It's funny how it's really transcended the art all these years. I still love doing it because we no longer have a full woodwork shop. I do scale it down a hair, and just because we don't do shows anymore. But I do love making that kind of details and metaphor and get a microfilm, like their own little part of the story to finish in.
Alex Rodriguez. Hi.
Alex Rodriguez, a baseball player. Thanks for saying hello and joining the stream.
Or maybe it is the big.
I'd be less excited if it is, to be honest. The A-Rod fan. Yeah. Unless A-Rod's a fan of the art, then I will hold my shit. Then yay! Well, great questions. Appreciate everybody coming by while we do the stream.
Dead Duck on TikTok says, dude, you're a badass.
Hey.
Dead Duck.
Thank you, Dead Duck. Appreciate it.
Or Dead Duck.
Thanks for joining us here.
What did the duck ever do to you? Could be a lot.
Could be a lot. He's traumatized by ducks. Let me change my paint here.
So, a spot from Australia saying you mentioned the series, The Owl Looks Amazing.
So for my sacred series, we have sacred deer. Sacred elk, I haven't decided yet, but I have sacred deer coming up. We also are going to have probably a fox, a lion, a wolf. These are all just preliminary, sketches. I haven't even started with sketches, just preliminary ideas I have.
You think this is it for birds?
I think an eagle probably. I've never done an eagle. I don't want to do one that's like, side of a monster truck. Yeah, monster truck holding like a cheese log in one hand, a machine gun in the other. I want to do something different. So I think you'll probably see me do him in the kind of religious motif that this is. I like that idea. I think that's kind of how it gives me kind of a way to do him in a different way that isn't so typical. So I think you will see that. Yeah, the wolf, the lion. Yeah, you'll see all those. Again, I'm a huge fan of the old wolf murals inside of vans. So I'm excited.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. He was beyond his time. He loved that van art.
Oh, my dad loves those pewter dragons you used to get at gas stations and pewter wizards and stuff. Like, he is a huge fan of that junk.
I was like, oh my God, you do a wolf.
Yeah. We'll do a wolf. We'll do a lion. I think those are kind of the top ones. I think we had a phoenix is also one of the bird ideas, but we may save the phoenix for a different, like a more logical piece. I think it's better in that realm. I can more with it because again, I want these all to have the same layout. With the name round thing over the people's heads. What is it called? Halo. Yes, I want to keep the same kind of motif, so that makes a challenge for things like the phoenix. Yeah, for a lot of the animals, exactly.
It's not easy to
yeah.
It looks like a group. It looks simple, but some of these animals just might not.
It doesn't fit the layout.
It just doesn't impress you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think the deer would be really cool. I think the wolf would be really cool.
I think the lion's also really cool.
Lion.
Because again, the head just wrapped around that skull, and there's some good stuff there.
I think all those are very just cool.
Yes.
Stacey's saying, how many hours do you have vested? And the details on the witness seem very tedious.
Oh, tedious is the word. So right now, I did a demo. So I started this at a festival, a bird festival, in San Diego, and I had 4 hours in there. I've done 2 live streams since. Also painted it myself one of the days. So I probably have, in just the line work, I have 8 hours, 10 hours. And then all the work. So there's probably 25 hours probably right now already in this piece. And I would say there's probably another 4 to 8 steps. Yes, the flower. I mean, touched all the flowers and all the feathers, and doing this in a very detailed feather way. A lot of my other ravens have been kind of atmospheric, and you do some highlights of the feathers. We're rendering every piece. I want a different look. It's a very much a chance to do that. It is kind of realistic, but still kind of an idol kind of the way I mean, kind of a portrayal. So a different style. I like to mix it up. If you look at my ravens in the past. Kind of mixing up different styles. Some have more like fur type feathers. Some have are more black. Where the feathers are, the highlights are very kind of catching the edges of feathers, and this is kind of rendering everything.
Freaking amazing! If you ever want to do a video with his works, and he did the animals.
All right. Yeah, make that happen. Get on that. That's the challenge of being a one-man shop here. Eric and I are it. We don't have any editors. Like, if we're doing anything, it's her eye. Filming, it's her eye. Doing the stuff. So we kind of, there's things we want to do, we just don't have the bandwidth.
Yeah, it's literally just us, and we just kind of always just kind of
Trudge ahead.
stumble through it. Yeah, yeah, all kinds. And, that Scott from Australia said he has a right leg.
See, Scott, what's happening here?
Yeah, I love your realistic skeleton works, like fighting in the plains. And he talks on a Viking portrait. Well, he did that battle scene, and early on, very early on, had done kind of a singular Viking type of character. But, and then you had an idea for one, but it was still pretty involved. I would call it like a portrait.
Yeah, portrait. I did a ship battle. I have another battle, and then I have I always love that piece. They use it in the Schwarzenegger Conan movie where he's kind of tired and sitting on the ground. I love the idea of giant wooden doors of a hall, kind of feel to it. We've kind of played with some ideas. I think maybe something will come out eventually. I have sketches. I'm actually working on a sketch that I did from Australia. The Viking battling a direwolf. I didn't share it yet, but that was actually on the plane. I did a little inking, just playing around with the ideas, and I kind of like that direction. So that might come to the front of the line.
He is always talking about that kind of thing now.
Yes.
You gotta keep moving things around.
Yes.
Otherwise, he would just do World War II and Viking.
Yeah. You send Erica. Everybody send Erica individual emails if you'd like to see a Viking piece because she doesn't. Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Wolfstein, Liz, what's up? Hope you had a good trip Australia. OTR on the phone.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, one of these days we'll have a big truck too. Yeah, he's asked. Well, big truck and street motorcycles are like the two most common requested things I haven't done yet. Yep, the street moto guys are always bummed. They're like, why only Harleys? Yeah. I don't know. I had one.
I didn't know him when he also had a lot of air back.
Oh, personal attack! You're gonna get kicked. You're gonna get kicked off TikTok again.
No.
I doesn't like when you yell.
Harleys are classics. I have an 883 Sport. What did you have?
Do they make that for boys? Haha! See what I did there?
What did you have?
I didn't have a street bike. I had a ER F4.
Stacy says it's painting like this therapeutic.
Oh, Stacy, you'd hope so, but alas, it's therapeutic in the way that I get to paint. I love painting like this, just painting enamel. So I make fun of it a lot. I don't really do it as tedious. I love to paint this kind of stuff. It's therapeutic to paint enamel. The underlayers are not therapeutic. I find them in the way. I just want to get to the fun stuff. So this part of the painting, this is therapeutic. I get to just make details. I'm going back over here for some reason. I get to bounce around, and the painting comes to life. This is what's therapeutic. I don't learn patience. I haven't been able to figure that out. But this part of the painting, I enjoy. And I get to, this is the most freeing part. This is my therapy.
BMW R50 GS.
Okay. So what we have left now is we have a Ural with a sidecar, which is a Russian motorcycle. Not long for this world, to be honest. We think it's time to let the Ural go into another family.
No, we just knock it out.
No, don't get out enough. So it might be the first time in 25 years we won't have a motorcycle.
Yep. We always thought with the sidecar that we had all these visions with goggles and riding with dogs around town.
No, we had the shittiest dogs and ruined everything.
They don't want any money. He likes way out the window. He has no fear of that. And so for the motorcycles, he thinks it's the same thing. So he's extended outside of the motorcycle. I'm like, that can't be.
And then trying to bark at the engine.
And he's trying to bark at the engine. Like, this can't.
Yeah, this isn't fun. So yeah, with dogs, and so they might be time to be motorcyclists.
Yeah. I think there's nothing. I love your Harley paintings. My grandfather had them.
WLA. So Scott, since you follow social media, I'm sure you saw that while I was in Australia, and also my last live Friday, I am painting a 43 two pair of WLAs. They're my favorite Harley. Favorite one to paint. Yeah. No, I did paint those in Adelaide, to be fair.
I still don't understand how the
Yes, I was painting the bike suspension. Two of them, in fact. I like that. And so with these feathers and details, you'll see me kind of go back in. I want the black. I want the just going to be more immersive, so I'm kind of painting some of these feathers out. And with a piece like this, I'll go back 20 times. Keep pushing stuff back. Just kind of pulling some of those darker shadows down.
Well, it's been an hour.
Yeah, we can wrap it up now. Get rolling. Let me use the last little bit of paint here because the paint. Great questions tonight. Thank you everybody who chimed in. You guys make these streams very fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody who snagged one of those new releases on the resin pieces. If you don't know what we're talking about, look at my social media post. We just released 6 of my painting design as resin figurines. Great cake toppers or desk toppers. Again, you can see all those in that thread. And thank you everybody who snapped. Yes, Scott. Thank you so much, Scott. And we will sort you out, my friend. You'll either come to the States, I'll come to you. We'll meet in the middle, wherever's halfway, which is probably like the Solomon Islands or something. I don't know what's halfway.
Where do you mean, Portugal?
Yeah.
Where do you go the other way? Japan?
Exactly. We'll catch you again. Thank you, everyone who joined me tonight. We'll see you again every Wednesday at 5 o'clock PST time. We do this. We hope to catch you guys again. Take care.